just reading a issue of my only issue of the Plants vs. Zombies comic. And yes, that exists. Hey guys, Brady here, and today I'm back with another Brady's Talks, where I review certain games. When's the last time I said that? I don't know. But one thing's for sure, we're gonna do a nice little game today. What can you say about Rayman? Starting as a PlayStation hero, later jumping to an all-around hero. He's been on every console known to man. Starting with Rayman, starting with a PlayStation 1 game simply titled Rayman, which got a port for 3DS, and literally every other console there is. Then he got Rayman 2: The Great Escape, which was on N64 and PS1, and I think it was on Dreamcast, I don't know. And that got a 3DS port as well, called Rayman 3D, which was like one of my first 3DS games. Then Rayman 3, Hoodlum Havoc, I think it's called. And then he just went full-out spin-offs, like, Rayman Brain Games. That game is getting more attention. Don't look it up, please. It's for children, I'll tell you that. Rayman Arena, or Rayman M, as it's called. And other stuff. I don't know if he's gotten into kart racing yet. Well, then again, he could be featured in another PlayStation All-Stars game with PlayStation All-Stars karting. PlayStation All-Stars karting. It would be in the same vein of the title as Little Big Planet karting. What kind of title is that? But as of right now, the Rayman franchise was dormant. That is, until Ubisoft brought him back to the Wii, PS3, and Xbox 360 with the game Rayman Origins. A simple yet kind of challenging 2D platformer where it brought Rayman back to the roots of his PlayStation 1 days. And ever since then, people have been praising that game. From the trailer, it kind of looked like the average Rayman formula. You'd think that Rayman would step out of the 3D platforming zone and enter the two-dimensional world again. Thanks to New Super Mario Bros. This New Super Mario Bros. Started a trend of retro-style platforming, which was responsible for games like Sonic Generations, Kirby's Return to Dreamland, DuckTales Remastered. That's the reason why DuckTales for NES got a remastering. And that's the reason that DKC Returns and Tropical Freeze exists. But there is one Rayman game that everybody seemed to have more attention from rather than Origins, even though Origins got the most attention. Today the review is Rayman Legends for Nintendo Wii U and PS3. I just want to emphasize right now, nobody bought the Wii U version, because believe it or not, the Wii U version was, in fact, way more expensive than the other versions. It was $60, and the rest were not. So you gotta be careful on which system you purchase this game on. And yes, it got a definitive version on Switch. But anyways, the story here is that the Bubble Dreamer, who apparently is a chill dude now, instead of just going like, ooh, when you tug on my beard, I go, in Origins. And he talks to Murphy about these nightmares that are appearing all over the Glade of Dreams. And he's like, go, quickly wake up our legendary heroes. And so Murphy wakes up Rayman, Globox, the Grand Minimus, and other teensies to boot. And you'll get more characters as you progress. So Murphy tells Rayman and crew that there's danger afoot. So it's up to Rayman and crew, that thing, that vegetable, that man, that thingamajig, reference to that trailer, to save the day once again. And it's not caused by someone who apparently lives underground, where they were making sick beats with simple sounds like eating fruit and scratching your behind. But anyways, how about the gameplay? Wow, it is as simple as Origins gets. It is the exact same control scheme as Origins. And I'm telling you right now, you can actually use a Pro Controller. When I saw Let's Plays of Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, I noticed that people weren't using the gamepad and Pro Controller. They were using the nunchucks. Are you kidding me right now? Granted, that's why the nunchuck exists for motion controls and shaking and whatnot. I just can't get past the using both the Wii Remote and nunchuck. I just get past using the Wii Remote and moving with the nunchuck. So, the graphics are still the same as Origins. It's still using the UbiArt framework, which was used in Origins. There are up to about 5 stories, 5 different worlds per se, 5 different paintings that you get to enter, including an additional one, which makes 6. There's Teensies in Trouble, which is your typical first world shenanigans. There's Toad's Story, which is basically Toads take over, and they don't even look like toads. They look like greenish, pukish green blobs. Well, that's what they call toads. And then there's Fiesta de los Muertos. And yes, Ubisoft learned Spanish. Then there's 20,000 Lums Under the Sea, which is a reference to 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. See, Ubisoft likes to sneak in movie references. And then we have Olympus Maximus, which is the final world, where you fight the final boss. There's a lot of bosses in this game, including a dragon and other stuff too. A giant wrestler in Fiesta de los Muertos. And in Toad's Story, you get to fight an armored toad, who honestly looks really stupid. But that's how Ubisoft likes to make their characters. Oh yeah, I forgot the playable characters. Of course, you have Rayman, Glowbox, the Grand Minimus, Goth Teensy, the characters that you get to play as in Origins, with the exact same color schemes. But however, there is a new character named Barbara, among others. Once you get a certain amount of Teensies, which is your main objective, collect all Teensies, you get a golden trophy and a scratchable card, which allows you to unlock, which allows you to get a bonus Teensy, a bonus amount of Lums, which are back, and these new things called creatures, which really don't matter unless you want to get extra Lums. They drop extra Lums every single day that you play the game. And of course, the return of Origin stages in HD. They have modified the Origin stages and put them onto Legends, which is actually kind of cool if you think about it. Overall. So, once you collect a certain amount of Teensies, you will be able to unlock more versions of Barbara, and each of them have different names. So, yeah. Let's get to the final boss. Oh, wait a minute, I forgot. We need to emphasize the main villain of this game. It's not the nightmares, it's this weird these 5 Teensies that are, like, splattered all over the place. And it's like that one Top Hat guy who gave you hints in Origins. He's betrayed us. Uh-oh. And so he's like, and he calls out the boss, and they're all like, "Rah!" And he's like, that's literally his laugh. So, what about the final boss? The final boss is this weird dark cloud, and it's actually not the hardest boss in the game. Trust me, there's far more harder things in this game. But yeah, once you beat the final boss, you get to punch the final Teensy to the moon. And if you get all the Teensies and put the Top Hat Teensies, that is, the ones that summon the bosses and whatnot, it will create a song, an ending song for you to listen, which is actually kind of fascinating, to be honest. And then the credits roll, ending Rayman Legends. So overall, Rayman Legends is not Origins, but it is Origins. But I won't say better, but I will say it has stunning stuff to introduce, which is why I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. For being sort of faithful to Origins while also being its own creation, having a few new costumes to unlock, as well as bonus scratch cards to unlock Origin stages and creatures, and of course just having a compelling story just like Origins. This has been Brady of the Bunch with my review of Rayman Legends for Wii U, PS3, Xbox, and Switch. See you guys next time. Sayonara.